I avoided some of the major injuries like COVID toe and some other stuff.
I don't know how you avoided that one. That one seemed like it was eyeing you down. Waffle House Trevor Lawrence says, I don't care if I throw 4 picks. I'm going to have the mental toughness of a motherfucking Navy SEAL.
Yeah, Navy SEAL, Marine, Army Ranger. Green Beret.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like not being able to break. That is something that would break anybody. Everything that they did seemingly in the second half worked. And everything they did in the first half seemingly was terrible. But the ability to go ahead and compartmentalize all of that and move along, move forward, not blink, make plays like that, and then seemingly end it with a 2-point conversion in which you just take your big ass body and reach over everybody else. And then look at the spike.
Bang.
Riley Patterson missed that. He's cut the next day. This Jaguars team coming out of nowhere this year, fucking bravo.
Yeah, that's like a franchise-changing win.
You couldn't write a better script than that right there.
Yeah, you couldn't write a crazier script.
Everybody go, see, he said it out loud. You're supposed to keep that inside voice. That's an inside voice thing, Trevor. You're not supposed to say that outside. Oh my God, he admitted it just like the rest of the NFL. If the NFL was rigged, which a lot of people are alluding to, because sports gambling has been very difficult this season. It has been tough to pick who's going to do what. It feels like sports books have a better grasp on teams than anybody else on earth right now. The public will feel something completely in entirety. We all agree on it. And the complete opposite will take place. That has been the story of this NFL season, which is always good for the sports books, especially whenever it's becoming legalized right now. In a ploy to dominate the world and take everybody's money, there are people on the internet that think the NFL and sports books are coming together to rig games. Not only to make them entertaining, even though this has been the most boring primetime year in the NFL's existence, but to make sure that the proper outcome comes so everybody can make the most amount of money behind the scenes. The amount of people that would have to be in on that would be so large that you would assume that information would leak at some point that was taking place. You'd have to pay off so many people. But with every insane game that takes place, like a 27-0 comeback win, and then the quarterback says you couldn't write a script and that happens, it's a very interesting dynamic that has taken place. And Brock Purdy's a guy. AJ, why are people telling me and everybody else on the internet that Brock Purdy ain't shit? This guy is a rookie, balling 158 something quarterback rating in his first playoff game.
You can't really call him a system quarterback when he buys time. He does whatever he can in the pocket to make plays, but also credit to Brock. If you saw early in that game, like he didn't come out on fire. Like he came out, missed a few throws, looked like they were kind of stumbling out of the gates, and then Brock still doesn't throw a pick, figures it out. They blow him out. Like this is what he does.
I don't understand why people would say he's a system quarterback, because then those same people probably say that a quarterback that runs too much can't win a Super Bowl because they won't be able to stay healthy. He does block Josh Allen a little bit, gives him a shove, bang in the backside. Josh Allen goes, this motherfucker. This is the dude that in the pile, we got after it. They start mixing up. I like this. I like this out of both of them. Now, teammates say, who the fuck are you pushing? And then Wilkins takes it to the ground. He tries the belly-to-belly suplex, a little bit of a roll. It gets on the bottom of the pile. Cuzzy comes in head to Christian Wilkins' head. There's a full brawl taking place, as there should be. Offsetting penalties. Let's move on. It's playoff football.
Yep.
Let's get back into it. Like, I loved the way that whole thing was handled. I appreciate the refs doing that. And I also appreciate Josh Allen mixing it up in there. Now, he breaks his hand in that situation right there. People are going to call him the dumbest person of all time, but people are calling him a bitch because the way that whole thing interacted. I don't think so at all. I do not think he was hitting a vape. It would be something that would fit the McDaniel character. I think it would be very cool if he was. Maybe he was. I'm not sure. That looked like a Sharpie to me. Cold as shit, blow into hand.
You could see the Sharpie when it's on his face right there.
Boom. Could have been doing the fake vape too, blowing out just air because it was very cold up there.
Oh yeah, like when you hold like a fake cig.
Bingo. Yeah, like a pretzel.
He's doing that.
Sharpie is the new fake vape.
Mostly they do them. Jesus. Mostly they do them before.
What
news you just get?
What happened? Everything okay?
What's it have to do with?
As somebody say, you don't read my emails? Fuck off.
What does it have to do with our Lord and Savior?
Is that Staley?
Son of a bitch.
What did Jesus Christ do?
On MLK Day Rap.
On MLK Day.
On fucking MLK Day.
No, it was. All right, I get to go in 1 second.
All right. You're doing great. All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. D-Rap boy, later out. What happened to this guy? It's a big day, Rap.
Unbelievable.
Get it together, dude. It's Super Wild Card Monday.
Someone had to text him. You don't read my fucking emails?
He just said he deletes all of his emails. Yeah. Bosa was right. That guy was offsides.
It's pretty damning, too, the whole Bosa, Staley situation at the end. Like, do you read into that at all?
No, Bosa actually said, I threw my helmet down. He picked it up, tried to give it to me. I threw it down again. How does he look bad? I'm the one that looks bad.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually what Bosa said, like, do not. This is not.
Not based on our relationship.
It's not like Bosa looked at Staley, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, okay.
And was like, keep my helmet on the ground. Yeah. No, he was just so incredibly pissed off. I would like to know what he said to that ref. Him chasing down Bosa, asking him, what did you just say to me? And then throwing that 15-yard penalty. Fascinating. Very, very fascinating. But here's what Joey Bosa had to say about the overall situation.
I think there just needs to be more accountability on, I mean, if I say something to them, I get a $40,000 fine. But if they blow a call that ruins an entire team's season, they're probably back in the locker room after the game like, got that. Oh, yeah, got him 15 yards. What a loser. I guarantee it. That's what they're talking like in the back. Whatever, power trip. I'm sick of those people. Got my third F-bomb so far. Sorry, but, man. Oof.
This is awesome. Joey Bosa feels personally attacked by these refs. Listen to him describing what they're probably doing because they caught him. He feels as if these refs feel a way about him. That whenever they get him for a personal foul, whenever they run down, what you say, motherfucker, what you say? And they get him, they're like pumped to tell the rest of the refs, like, got that fucking piece of shit Bosa. That's how Bosa is talking. Is Bosa just always getting fucked over by the refs? Because that's what that feels like.
That's not just from one game that he feels that way.
With Tom, I think he's coming back. I just have a feeling he's coming back. And after the game, he had a press conference. Listening to this, I don't think I hear any, like, I'm done with football forever.
I just want to say thank you guys for everything this year. I really appreciate all your effort, and I know it's hard for you guys too. It's hard for us players to make it through, and you guys got a tough job, and I appreciate all that you guys do to cover us and everyone who watches and is a big fan of the sport. We're very grateful for everyone's support, and, hopefully, I love this organization. It's a great place to be, and thank you, everybody, for welcoming me. All you regulars, just very grateful for the respect, and I hope I gave the same thing back to you guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Whenever he says hopefully, and then he pauses and goes, I love this organization. I think he got halfway through a thought and then was like, oh, I don't want to go down that road because that might give away too much. So then he stops and comes back. He's like, let's go back to the basics here. I love this organization. That was really the only part that maybe led you to believe, like, oh, he was about to say something that was telling, and he does know what he wants to do right now. Fresh haircut, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Did you just drop out of the handsome tree, bro? What the fuck? You look like you're in a cloud right now. What are you doing? Where are you at? You look great.
Can you see me clearly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In 2019, we were feeling each other out on offense, and our defense played pretty damn good. And a lot of people said I was washed, couldn't really play anymore.
Washed, yeah.
Wasn't the same. And then I won 2 MVPs in a row.
Hell yeah. Is that good?
Without really doing anything different. I'm sure there's a lot of the same sentiment this year. I have a lot of comments about a lot of that I'd like to keep to myself, or I'll share, off air, just because out of respect for the whole process. And, some things don't need to be said. I think are more understood implicitly. But do I still think I can play? Of course. Can I play at a high level? Yeah. The highest. I think I can win MVP again. The right situation. Right situation, is that Green Bay or is that somewhere else? I'm not sure. I think no player wants to be part of any type of rebuild. I said that years ago. Reloads are a lot of fun because you feel like you're close. You're only a couple guys away. Take all that away. I still, need to mentally get to a point where I feel 100% locked in and ready to play a 19th season. And if I do, then we'll rock and roll and figure that out. If I don't, then we'll go into the jungles for a while.
What is your process going to be, though?
It's just taking some time. Pausing, letting kind of all the emotions kind of run through you, and then starting to see how it feels day after day. What's coming to mind? You missing it, not missing it? You excited about the next season? New challenge, whatever it might be. And whatever feels right in your body is probably what it's going to be. I think it's got to be a full fuck yes. It's got to be like, yes, 100% I'm in. And if it's not that, then you're out.
Are we maybe sitting out overlooking the Pacific Ocean?
I know you're a big fan of this mammal. Might be your spirit animal, but this is the humpback whale season.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of humpbacks are going through the old southern Pacific here. So, sitting back with maybe a cigar and perhaps some scotch.
What?
And the binoculars.
What?
And the humpback whales.
What?
Good start to the contemplation.
Physically, you feel good?
Yeah, I dealt with some, obviously, the stuff that we talked about on the show. I avoided some of the major injuries like COVID toe and some other stuff.
I don't know how you avoided that one. That one seemed like it was eyeing you down.
Listen, after I went through the winter of death and survived, everything since then has been easy. I'm really, really thankful. Who can say that they won MVP of COVID?
What's your go-to when you're in the hotel? AB Snapchat?
All right, let's get to a break.
Sonia.
Let's get to a break. Gibsonia, nice town in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania suburbs.
Beautiful.
Tanya Brown took tractor
Another ride.
back in Pittsburgh. Is he signing back to the Steelers?
Because he posted later one of his cheeks on a balcony in
that
Florida,
too.
so I don't know where
One
he's
of
at
his
today.
cheeks. Both cheeks.
While he was wearing snow boots on
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Crushing
awesome.
it.
That guy's the best.
Okay. He's on a world tour right now.
Like I said, if you have a 16-inch penis,
Put it on the
then
internet.
guess what? You're going to post that thing getting smooched on as often as you can. Because not many people have 16-inch penises. And AB does.
Bro, there's a lot going on, man.
He just carry that thing around the locker room, make you? Or?
Let's go to the break. Threw it over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, triple wrap.
Let's get out of here, boys. Let's start
9X
hour two.
underwear.
That's a weird thing to happen, though, when you're on Twitter and Tanya Brown's trending, and you click on it, and literally you just see his dick.
Yeah.
Right, first thing you see.
Yeah.
Hey, hello,
Yeah.
Pat, is what his dick said to me.
Yeah. Big old
On
dick getting
Twitter.
smooched on. Just
Oh, my
nibbled on.
God. I didn't know what had happened, because there's a lot that has happened, obviously.
One of the best replies was some guy saying, "Tell you what, he looks like he's still in football shape."
Been following this guy. I've seen all his photos. Looks like he's still ready to play.
News of the day. Jim Irsay unloaded into the McDaniels family toilet. He shit everywhere! And that was the reason why McDaniels turned the plane around, because his wife said, you remember how awkward it was when that guy was in our house? This is what our life's going to be? No way.
I hope you're not using the toilet. It's broken.
If he had a tummy ache, he might have taken a shit and jerked off in there to make it feel a little bit better. Sometimes that works. If
You have to clear all the pipes.
You do. If your stomach hurts really bad, really the only way you're like, all right, well, shit, I just had a bad diarrhea. Now what am I going to do if it still hurts? I'm going to have to jerk off, too.
Write that one down.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was.
That's nature's Tylenol.
Exactly.
Cole, I don't want to put you on the spot too much here. You retired? Were you just like, I'm done with this shit? And then Buffalo called and they're like, you know what? Maybe I'll jump back into the game. What happened there?
Tampa had me doing 45 plays in one practice. I couldn't hold up.
Welcome back to the league, Cole.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. DeMar, how is he?
He's great. Walking around the building, doing his thing, taking it one step at a time. Happy to have him around.
Is he coming out on ATV before that game?
I don't know. You have to see.
Tell you what, he said he doesn't know, but after that,
he knows.
Marsh coming out
something's
on the fucking
going on.
ATV.
What if there is a chance that there's a full-on, maybe Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania on a zip line moment
Here
with
we
DeMar?
go.
What if he were to ride a buffalo out like they do at Colorado, and he has a dildo like Chief Osceola does
All right.
at Florida State?
Yes.
Fucking
Boom! Trying to potentially get Derek Wolfe on today to talk about hiking up a fucking mountain and stalking an American lion that is bigger than any lion that I've really seen on most documentaries of fucking Africa. You know, here in America, we got some big fucking lions that are roaming these things. This is considered a
mountain lion.
A mountain lion.
But
this is an American lion.
that is a
what this
fucking lion. Look how big that thing is. This
Yes.
guy played D-end in the NFL. That is a fucking lion.
6'5", Ohio fuck.
Of course.
Is an avid outdoorsman and hunter. This dude heard that there was a rural town in the mountains over there where a couple dogs were getting feasted upon by one of these local lions, and they didn't know what was going to happen next because of how fucking big this lion was. And Derek Wolfe, if I read the story correctly, put his fucking bow and arrow on his back, trekked up some fucking rocky mountains, found this lion in the lion's home, shot it with an arrow, put that fucker on his back, and was going to walk back into the village and basically say, I got the killer or whatever. I got the guy that has been demonizing us. Fell down the face of a fucking cliff while the lion was on his back, allegedly. Falls while he's doing it, picks back up, walks back out of there. You're talking about, like, what is this, the year 550?
Yeah.
Maybe
Basically.
660 after Christ, whatever the thing is. This feels like it's a story from way back, and that's an NFL defensive end. It's bananas. It is crazy.